A secretary received $8.50 per hour last year. That's not bad paid. She received a raise and now makes $9.52 per hour. What percent increase did she receive? Okay, a secretary received $8.50 per hour last year. She received a raise and now makes $9.52 per hour. We want to know what percent increase did she receive. So when we read this, we're going to have to decide. Remember, in doing a percent application problem, we're going to have to identify our percent, our base, and our amount. We're going to have to identify our percent, our base, and our amount. So let's do that. We're looking for percent, the base, and the amount. Okay, in this problem, we're looking for the percent because they want to know what's the percent of increase. So the percent is going to be our unknown. The base is, where did she start? It was the original amount of pay. What did she make before the increase? Okay, it's before the increase. And according to this, she received last year $8.50. So that must be my base. What she started with, where she began. Okay, $8.50 must be my base, which says the amount then is what she's making now. That's with the increase. But we don't want to know what she's actually making. We only want to know the increase. So how are we going to determine how much money she's making more than what she was making before? Okay, so we're going to take the amount that she's making now and subtract the amount that she started with. And what is $9.52 minus $8.50? And does that come out as $1.02? So this is the increase. Remember, the amount is the increase that actually occurred. The amount is going to be the increase that actually occurred. So we get the percent as our unknown. The base is what she started with, so it's $8.50. And then the amount is the increase, which is $1.02. So now let's set it up in our proportion. Amount over base is equal to the percent over 100. So the amount was $1.02 over the base, which was the original amount, $8.50, is equal to the percent, which is what we're looking for, over 100. Now that we have the proportion set up, we can solve our problem. We want to cross multiply, so we get $1.02 times 100 is equal to $8.50 times x. Well, 102 times 100 is 102, and that's equal to 850x. Divide both sides by the number with the unknown, so we're going to divide both sides by 850, and x is going to be whatever we get when we take 102 and divide by 850. And what do you get if you divide 102 by 850? We do this in our calculator, we end up with 12 as the answer. Now we were looking for the percent, so that means 12% is the increase. Okay, that definitely is above minimum or the standard of living, or the cost of living. So she got a good increase per salary. Now what would that amount to if she made $1.02 an hour? Let's see, if she made $8.50 an hour times 40 hours times the 52 weeks, her salary was $17,680. But now that she's making $9.52 per week, she's now making almost $20,000. So that's not a bad increase. It's not a bad increase. Okay. Any questions? Remember, if you ever have questions, you can stop the tape and go get some help from someone in the lab. Make sure that you always ask the questions if you need to. Okay. Any questions? Then let's look at our third example. Our third example says, car sales at an automobile dealership dropped from 150 in June to 120 in July. find the percent decrease in car sales. Okay, car sales at an automobile dealership dropped from 150 in June to 120 in July. Find the percent decrease in car sales. Okay, we're looking for the percent decrease. So we're going to have to we're going to have to identify our percent, our base, and our amount. Okay, we're going to have to identify our percent, our base, and our amount. Okay, again, they're looking for the percent decrease, so that must be our unknown. Okay, base is what we started with. What was the first month? The first month was June, so we've got to look at the first value. The first value was 150, so that was the value before any change. So it was 150 is our base. Now the amount is going to be the amount of decrease. We're looking for the decrease. So we want to know how many did it go down? How many less cars did we sell? So we're going to take the original amount and subtract the new amount to get 30. And we're going to subtract to get 30. So the base is always the original amount, what we started with. And the first amount known was the 150 in June, because June comes before July. Okay, June comes before July, so the amount of June must be our base. The amount sold in June must be our base because it was the first one. Okay, now, to solve this, we're going to set up a proportion. Amount over base is equal to the percent over 100. And the amount was 30. The base was 150. The percent we're looking for over 100. Now we want to solve this proportion, so we cross multiply. Remember, we multiply the extremes and set it equal to the product of the means. So we get 30 times 100 is equal to 150 times x. Now 30 times 100 is 3,000 is equal to 150x. Divide both sides by the number with the unknown. So we're going to divide both sides by 150. And we're going to take 3,000 then and divide by 150. Now if you take 3,000 and divide by 150, what do we get as our answer? Okay, 3,000 divided by 150 comes out to be 20. So that means that 20% is the percent of decrease. Left out my R. Okay, 20% is the amount of decrease. It's the percent decrease in car sales. So they went down 20%. Now the question they would want to know is that went down 20%, but is there a reason? You know, if it was an insignificant amount, they may not pay any attention to it. But if it actually went down 20%, the question is, why did it do this? Did our salespeople not really try to sell anything? Was this the time that people go on vacation? So is that when we need to let people take their vacations? You know, what is the reason for the 20%? But we need to know what the percent is to know if it's something that's significant or not. And of course, a 20% decrease sounds like a good decrease. So we might want to find out why it's going down. If it was only a 3% decrease, it may not be something we need to really worry about. That's just the difference. So knowing what the percent of decrease is would be very important to us. Okay, our last example. Because of high temperatures, the tourist attention at a park dropped from 650 to 525. We want to find the percent decrease in attendance, and we're going to round the answer to the nearest tenth of a percent. Okay, we're going to round to the nearest tenth of a percent. That means tenth means the first decimal place. So we're going to have one decimal place in our answer if it's not a zero. Okay, because of high temperatures, the tourist attendance at a park dropped from 650 to 525. find the percent decrease in attendance. And we're going to round the answer. Okay, so just like all percent application problems, what we need to do is read through and then identify our percent, our base, and our amount.